Here we are, Doug, once again.
Yeah, here we are.
Glad to see me.
Sorry?
Glad to see me today.
Yeah, I'm fucking ecstatic.
Yeah. So, obviously, you know, me and you both know why you've got a spring in your step now. So, you look like you're having a really good time playing with that guitar. What are you doing?
Right, this is
The red one, isn't it?
this was the red one.
The Devil's Spawn.
Devil's Spawn guitar, and the finish cracked. Something's never happened before.
Yeah.
And it's obviously down to the new chemical makeup of the finishes nowadays.
Yeah.
So I've learned a valuable lesson. You can't use the two different ones anymore like you used to be able to.
So, you know,
Which is a shame to have to learn that lesson, because it was always worked out really well in the old days, finishes.
we were discussing this in your kitchen last week.
Yeah.
So just a quick brief reminder. So you've got your nitro lacquer, yeah, and then you're using
nitro collars. I use nitro collars and then a 2-pack melamine top.
So you got nitro. So all your colours for years have been
nitro.
Nitro. What's nitro stand for?
Nitrocellulose.
Nitrocellulose, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that oil based?
I don't know. I think it's tree based. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah. So you got nitrocellulose colours and lacquer.
Yeah.
And then
No, nitrocellulose. And then the lacquer is 2-pack melamine.
a 2-pack melamine.
Yeah.
Is that?
Not always. I mean, I use nitro as well sometimes.
I was going to say, I thought you always use nitrocellulose because that's what cracks nicely.
No, that's on your guitars. On that 335 we used it because it looked lovely.
So on other guitars I've got, it could be melanine.
2-pack, yeah. It
2-pack.
behaves very similar because it's very thin.
What's the difference between nitrocellulose and 2-pack
Well, 2-pack melamine's got an acid catalyst hardener.
Okay. So does it go very hard like polyurethane?
No, it doesn't go that hard. It goes very tough.
Is it polyurethane? I'm saying that right?
No, that's a different one.
Poly something. Yeah, I know, but is it the same though?
No, it's not the same at all as polyurethane.
Polyurethane's a bit like, it's like a solid cast iron bloody shroud that goes around the guitar, isn't it?
It is really, yeah.
Totally impregnable by air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, melamine's tough, but not like that.
So what's happened is you found that you've been doing some 2-pack melamine lacquering
Yes,
over
the top of cellulose.
over new colours,
Yeah.
which aren't nitro.
No, over nitro.
Oh, so where
Always use nitro as base colours, and the top coat is melamine or nitro.
Oh, the lacquers that's changed, is it? What's changed that's
I
caused all
don't
these
know
issues?
what they've done. Something's changed though, because I used to only have to use 6 coats of melamine, the maximum, and now I'm using 10, 12 coats, and they're supposed to be thicker and have more solids in them. Well, it blatantly isn't true, is it?
So is that the colours or the
lacquer.
The lacquer.
Yeah.
So what happened with the red guitar then?
It cracked.
Why do you think it cracked?
Well, I think it may have started off because it cracked in the little holes, the screw holes, and it just spread out from them.
Okay.
And that's normally when you get an ingress of water when you wet sanding them to polish them up.
Oh really?
Yeah, it sometimes raises it slightly.
So what makes you? Why?
I'm just suspicious that may have been it, but it's never happened before.
I was going to say that might have been exactly what happened, mightn't it?
Yeah, it's never happened before. Yeah.
Is he still going to go for red then, or has he decided to go?
No, I've done red. I'm going to go for a whole, basically, same paint system.
Okay. Oh, so you're going to reenact exactly what you did?
No, different system, different paints.
Okay, so what's going to be different this time?
It's all polyurethane.
All poly, okay. So is that like a white
This is a white
base coat?
sand coat. This is...
That's poly?
well, it's a 2-pack.
Okay. What's a 2-pack?
Hardener, got a hardener with it.
Okay. So that's sort of more, is that like the kind of thing that kind of just covers it, fills in the grain and stuff like that?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to sand as well.
Okay, so it's a bit more like a car body filler thing, just get it all nice and smooth.
Well, you just spray it on, yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of that, what are you going to put?
This can go straight red now. The next thing can be the red.
So, did you have like some kind of like Hank Marvin sort of red? or you know.
No, it was candy apple red.
How did you achieve that?
Metallic red.
I can't remember. Did that involve gold? Did it?
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, it did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So how are you going to? Are you going?
Yeah, and we're going to duplicate that.
How are you going to get your candy apple red finish?
Well, we'll do our best.
Well, I guess it's not a problem because the guarantee with you is that if it doesn't work, you do it again.
Yeah.
Jolly good. So have you got any advice then for budding
Guitar builders?
semi-pro
Well, if
builders?
if you can get nitrocellulose, just use that because it's really good. They've stopped making supplying such a lot of stuff these days.
Yeah.
Most of the paint suppliers now just don't do it, nitro.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just become a nightmare to get hold of. A lot of people are using water-based now finishes.
How would you be able to get a really high gloss? Do you want to speak?
I think they are doing. I think they're managing to get high gloss out of it.
What from the?
You can't repair it, you see, because it dries thoroughly. It dries through.
From the water-based stuff.
And the water-based stuff does, yeah. So it dries hard, so you can't blend the next coat into it.
Why not?
Because it doesn't stick to it. It doesn't blend in like nitro.
Okay.
Melts the previous coat a little bit and then just fits into it perfectly.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, I get it.
And they're sitting on top of each other this way. So slightly bang and it comes off in a big sheet.
Oh, so it's almost like you're gluing a bit more paint on top of the last lot. Yeah. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem.
I didn't realise the cellulose actually melted.
It does. It blends into each other.
Oh, very good.
So they all bond in together. Lovely.
Nice little lesson there, Doug. Free of charge.
It's nice. It's nice using nitro, but if we can't, we can't. I mean, when I had the factory, we used nothing but nitro and melamine.
Yeah.
And it worked really well, and we didn't have any problems or comebacks or anything.
Yeah. Otherwise,
now it doesn't. This is what I'm saying. Now it doesn't. All them years I've been doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, he even had the morels rep down once, and he said, "How do you do it?" I told him, he said, "You can't do that." I said, "I've been doing it for years."
Yeah.
He says, it's hard to report that back, he said, because they didn't think you could do that, and you can't.
Surely somebody would have tested that.
No, they probably didn't even think about it.
Mind you, was this paint actually designed for instruments and wood? Or was it just a general paint that...
No, nitro was designed for cars, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's just guitar makers just picked up on it and started using it.
Yeah.
So they probably didn't do a lot of research into like what happens when you go over like some ash.
That's right.
Or some alder or whatever. Yeah.
Well, ash, I mean, it's a bastard, really. I mean...
Naughty.
What?
Did you
Whatever.
have...
Fender, what they did, they put a thick coat of... Well, they put a coat of polyurethane as a base coat.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you put on polyester.
Polyester?
Well, polyester, which is... Well, if you see it, look at a piano, like a Steinway piano, black piano, beautiful shine.
Yeah.
That's polyester.
Is it really?
Mm.
Polyester?
Yeah, it's like a resin.
Resin.
It's another 2-pack thing.
Okay, yeah.
But you have to have, the conditions have to be perfect to spray it.
Okay.
It's got to be 70 degrees, I think.
Exactly.
Something like that,
Yeah.
round about 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, if it's colder, it suddenly goes cold snap and somebody opens a big door in your factory and the air comes in, you spray thing, the paint will just fall off.
Is that because it's been activated too quickly or something by the air?
It's affected by temperature.
Yeah.
As it's set. It sets in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you spray it on like two big thick globular coats in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it just sits there and then sets hard and it's just, you've turned your nice wooden guitar into a lump of plastic, really.
Yeah.
It seems to be okay on basses.
Yeah.
But on guitars you lose the resonance.
Yeah.
People will probably argue with me saying that's a load of bollocks. I don't think it is. I think you definitely lose tone. So bring on the arguments if you want. I'll just ignore you probably. Think you're a twat.
You seem to be you're catastrophising already. No, I think you've got something there because there's some famous guitar players who, I mean, they might be a bit deluded and like, you know, have to think what they think to perform, but they swear by nitro lacquer because they say that it breathes better.
It does exactly right.
I think it depends on the kind of music playing as well. If you're playing like death rock,
Yeah,
you can literally have like a guitar made out of like bricks, and it's all about the pickup. But if you've got like more nuanced style playing, like jazz and maybe blues or funky stuff that's not so processed, then
I think you want a resonance. I think you still want a resonance with your guitar.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, what a lovely video! Even I'm enjoying this.
Alright.
Tell you one thing, you
Super stop to that.
yeah, you look really enthusiastic. You remind me of that. Remember you look as enthusiastic as Hitler at his
Rallies.
his Olympic
European
game.
rally.
European rally when he was like, obviously high on meth.
Yeah.
Methamphetamine when he was like you know.
It was high on lunacy.
No, there's a famous video anyway. He's rocking backwards and forwards and like, you know, he was apparently a big meth user apparently.
All right.
They all were apparently. Gorian, he was
Yeah.
he was addicted to methamphetamine apparently.
Well, it's a thing for the wartime. I want it to keep the soldiers awake,
You're absolutely right.
all the airmen. To go up there and in the freezing cold, they have to have some energy. These
Aye. Right, on that note, we've got
customer.
Tom Cruise who just walked in,
Yeah.
and nobody knows that, so we'll keep it quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
So see you later, Doug.
So it looks more like Penelope Cruz to me.